The Cincinnati Open. The Lindner Family Tennis Center in Mason, Ohio. The sea of Philippine flags is waving. The chants of ALX are echoing through the stadium. Eala has just done the unthinkable. She has stunned the tennis world by defeating world number 10 Amanda Anisimova, a two-time Grand Slam finalist and former world number 3. The American powerhouse, who had bulldozed her way through the tournament with a dominant 6-2, 6-3 victory over Zeynep Sonmez, was expected to be too powerful, too experienced, too strong. But Eala had other plans. She didn't just compete, she conquered. She played with the heart of a lion, the precision of a surgeon, and the composure of a veteran twice her age. The Filipino fans in the stands erupted. Social media exploded. The tennis world is in shock. We break down the stunning upset, the key moments, and what this means for the tournament. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The build-up to this match was unlike anything the Cincinnati Open had ever seen. Thousands of Filipino fans had flooded the venue, turning the Lindner Family Tennis Center into a sea of Philippine flags. The atmosphere was electric, more like a basketball game than a tennis match. Anisimova, the American 9th seed and world number 10, had acknowledged the massive following that has accompanied Eala around the tour, saying she expected the crowd to be overwhelmingly against her, but Anisimova is no stranger to pressure. The 24-year-old is a two-time Grand Slam finalist, having finished runner-up at both the US Open and Wimbledon. She is a four-time WTA Tour titleist, highlighted by a pair of Masters 1000 victories in Qatar and China. She has been ranked as high as number 3 in the world. She is a powerful baseliner with a massive serve and ground strokes that are among the heaviest on tour. On hard courts, her power is at its most devastating. Eala, meanwhile, entered the match with momentum but also the weight of expectation. The 17th seed had advanced to the third round after Elena Gabriela Ruse retired while trailing 6-1, 3-0. It was her first career win in Cincinnati, and it leveled her head-to-head with Ruse at 1-1. But more importantly, it set up a first-time meeting with Anisimova, a player who had never gone beyond the third round in Cincinnati, meaning both women would be trying to break new ground on the same court. The stakes could not have been higher. A victory would be Eala's 10th career win over a top 10 opponent. She had already beaten 9 top 10 players this season, including Iga Swiatek, Elena Rybakina, Coco Gauff, and Jessica Pegula. But Anisimova was different. She was playing on home turf, with the American crowd behind her. She had the power to blow anyone off the court. This was Eala's biggest test yet. And she was ready for it. From the very first point, it was clear that Eala had come to win. She was aggressive, confident, and composed. Her left-handed ground strokes were causing Anisimova problems from the baseline. She was hitting deep, heavy balls that kept the American pinned behind the baseline. And she was moving exceptionally well, showing no signs of the fatigue that had plagued her in Toronto. The early games were a feeling-out process, but Eala quickly found her rhythm. She broke Anisimova's serve early and never looked back. The crowd roared with every point, their chants of ALX echoing through the arena. Eala was playing with a freedom and confidence that made her look like a seasoned veteran, not a 21-year-old facing the biggest test of her career. Anisimova, to her credit, fought back. She had beaten top players before, and she knew she could do it again. But Eala refused to be rattled. She held her serve with authority, mixing powerful serves with clever angles and drop shots. She was dictating the play, and Anisimova was on the back foot. The Filipina was not just playing, she was dominating. The match was a testament to Eala's growth and maturity. She had worked on her game, her fitness, her mental toughness. And it showed. She was in complete control, leaving Anisimova struggling to find answers. The rallies were long and physical, but Eala was winning the war of attrition. She was redirecting Anisimova's power with precision, forcing the American to hit extra shots and make errors. As Andy Roddick had observed, Eala is very good at switching directions and has a real talent for redirecting off pace. She made Anisimova uncomfortable, never giving her the same shot twice. The American, who thrives on dictating play, was forced into a defensive position. And that's exactly where Eala wanted her. The Filipina was not just competing, she was conquering. As the match progressed into the decisive stages, the atmosphere in the stadium became almost unbearable. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. The Filipino fans, who had been loud all match, found another gear. Their chants of ALX were deafening. It was in this pressure cooker environment that champions are made. And Eala rose to the occasion. The decisive moments of the match were a masterclass in composure and execution. Eala held her nerve when it mattered most, serving with precision and attacking with purpose. She broke Anisimova's serve at the perfect time, seizing control of the match and never letting go. The American, who had been so dominant in her previous matches, was left searching for answers. The final point was a microcosm of Eala's entire performance. A grueling rally, with both players pushing each other to the limit. The crowd was on its feet, a sea of waving flags and screaming faces. Anisimova threw everything she had at Eala, but the Filipina refused to break. With a perfectly timed shot, Eala sealed the victory. The stadium erupted. It was not just a victory, it was a coronation. Eala was overcome with emotion. She raised her arms in triumph, soaking in the adoration of the Filipino crowd. She had done it. She had beaten Amanda Anisimova, the world number 10, the two-time Grand Slam finalist. She had extended her winning streak and reached the fourth round of a WTA 1000 event. And she had sent a message to the tennis world: Eala is a force to be reckoned with. The victory was particularly significant given the context. Anisimova had been in devastating form, sweeping Zeynep Sonmez 6-2, 6-3. She was the favorite, the home favorite, the player expected to win. But Eala had other plans. She had played with the heart of a champion, and she had earned the biggest win of her career. In the immediate aftermath of the stunning victory, the center court at the Cincinnati Open was no longer a tennis arena, it was a celebration of Filipino pride. The cheers were deafening, the chants of Pilipinas echoing into the Ohio night. For the Filipino community in the United States, it was a moment of pure, unadulterated joy. They had witnessed their heroine, the 21-year-old phenomenon, defy expectations and conquer a formidable opponent on one of the biggest stages in tennis. The viral moments were immediate. Videos of the crowd singing, waving flags, and embracing each other after the win flooded social media. The victory was more than just a sporting achievement, it was a cultural event, a powerful testament to the strength and passion of the Filipino diaspora. Eala had not just won a tennis match, she had united a community and given them a memory they would cherish forever. Anisimova, to her credit, showed class in defeat. She had acknowledged the challenge ahead of the match, saying she expected a packed stadium and was looking forward to the atmosphere. She had praised Eala's incredible season, calling her a very great player with a lot of fans. In defeat, she remained gracious, a testament to her sportsmanship and her respect for the game. Eala's reaction was one of humility and immense pride. She had done what few thought possible. She had beaten another top 10 opponent, adding to her growing list of victims. The victory extended her remarkable record against top 10 players to 10 wins. She was no longer just a promising talent, she was a legitimate contender on the WTA Tour. The significance of this win extends far beyond the immediate celebration. It is another monumental chapter in the rapidly expanding legacy of Eala. She has now reached the fourth round of a WTA 1000 event, matching her best ever finish at this level from Dubai in February. She has extended her winning streak and proven that she can compete with the best players in the world. The Eala effect is real, and it is only getting stronger. Let us zoom out. Eala's stunning victory over Amanda Anisimova is the latest chapter in a story that has captivated the tennis world. The Filipina star has transformed from a promising junior talent into a global phenomenon. She has filled stadiums, united communities, and inspired a generation. Her journey from a young girl who first picked up a racket at the age of 4 to a top 20 player on the WTA Tour is a testament to her talent, determination, and resilience. Eala's journey has been remarkable. In 2022, she became the first Filipino player to win a junior Grand Slam. In March 2025, she made a stunning run to the semi-finals of the Miami Open, where she defeated 3 Grand Slam champions, including Iga Swiatek. In 2026, she continued her historic ascent, becoming the first Filipina to win a Grand Slam singles main draw match at the US Open. Then came the breakthrough, her first WTA Tour singles title at the Washington Open, where she defeated 3 top-seeded players, including world number 3 Jessica Pegula in the final. The victory over Anisimova is another milestone in this incredible journey. Eala has now beaten 10 top 10 opponents in her young career. She has proven that she can compete with the best players in the world, on the biggest stages, under the most intense pressure. She is no longer just a promising talent, she is a legitimate contender for major titles. The support she receives is unlike anything seen in tennis. The Filipino community has turned every match into a home game for Eala, creating an atmosphere that is more like a basketball game than a tennis match. Anisimova acknowledged this, saying she expected a packed stadium and was looking forward to the atmosphere. This is the power of the Eala phenomenon. The Cincinnati Open is not just a tournament for Eala, it is another stage on which she is building a legacy. She has already reached the 4th round, and she is not done yet. Her next challenge is a potential clash with Wimbledon champion Linda Noskova, who has beaten her twice this year. But if anyone can overcome the odds, it's Alex Eala. The tennis world is watching, and the future is bright. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.